You eat the same as always, but the weight creeps on. Your jeans feel tighter every month. You sleep worse than you used to. By 3 in the afternoon, your energy just drops. You feel frustrated, like your body stopped listening to you. If you've tried cutting calories and it didn't work, here's why. Your body changed the rules. After 60, timing matters more than calories. Stop eating after 6 p.m. for 30 days. Your energy stabilizes. Your body starts burning stored fat again. Your sleep gets better. Here's what happens day by day and why this works when other approaches failed. The answer? 3 things change. Week 1, your body resets 2 hormones that control fat storage. Week 2, you start burning belly fat you couldn't access before. Week 3, your cells clean themselves and you feel the difference. But here's what most advice gets wrong. It's not about eating less, it's about eating earlier. Your body at this stage needs different rules than it did at 40, and once you understand why, this becomes simple. Your hormones work differently now than they did 20 years ago. Things shifted after menopause. The way your body handles food changed, so eating late at night creates problems it didn't used to create. When you stop eating by 6 p.m., you give your system 14 quiet hours to work. No food coming in, just your body doing what it needs to do. Burning fat, repairing cells, balancing chemistry. That 14-hour window is where the magic happens. Here's what actually occurs in your body over 30 days. Night 1 feels strange. You expect your usual evening snack, maybe something sweet while watching television. Your stomach rumbles right on schedule. Your brain says you need food. But here's what's really happening. Is that real hunger or just habit? Your body releases a hormone called ghrelin around the times you normally eat. It's sending signals. Time for food. This isn't actual hunger, it's just your internal clock expecting the routine. When you don't eat, your body notices something changed. The steady stream of food stopped, so your system starts preparing for something different. By hour 3, your blood sugar begins dropping. Your liver releases stored sugar to keep you steady. You don't feel weak, you don't crash, your body just adapts. If you give in that first night, you reset everything. Your body never learns. But if you push through, something interesting happens. Within 3 days, those hunger signals fade. What felt impossible on night 1 becomes easy by night 3. This is where things start changing in ways you can feel. What happens with your hormones next determines whether that stubborn belly fat finally comes off. You probably think insulin just controls blood sugar. That's what most doctors say. But insulin does something else. Something that keeps fat locked away no matter how little you eat. Every time you eat, insulin rises in your blood. It tells your cells to take in sugar. That's the part everyone knows. But insulin also tells your fat cells to store everything and release nothing. Think of insulin like a lock on your fat cells. Energy goes in, nothing comes out. At your age, this gets worse. Years of eating made your cells less sensitive. They ignore insulin's sugar signals. So your body pumps out more insulin just to move sugar where it needs to go. All that extra insulin means fat stays trapped. By hour 6 without food, insulin finally drops. Your fat cells sense the change. They start releasing stored energy into your blood. Your muscles burn it. Your brain uses it. The belly fat that wouldn't budge on other diets finally becomes available. But eating late ruins this completely. One snack at 8 p.m. spikes insulin right back up. The window closes. When you stick to 6 p.m. consistently, that fat-burning window stays open all night, every night. Now that you see how insulin traps fat, here's what happens with the stress hormone making everything worse. After menopause, cortisol acts differently. In your younger years, it peaked in the morning, helped you wake up energized, then it fell by evening. Sleep came easy, but now that rhythm flipped. Cortisol stays high at night. This matters because of what cortisol does when you eat. When cortisol is high and you eat, your body stores fat around your middle. The dangerous kind, around your organs. This explains why you can eat the same amount as someone younger and gain weight. It's not about how much you eat, it's about when your stress hormone is high during eating. When you stop eating by 6 p.m., cortisol drops without food to deal with. Your evening stress hormone falls naturally like it used to. Fat storage around your belly stops. Every late-night snack feeds this problem. But here's the good news. By day 5 of stopping at 6 p.m., cortisol starts remembering its old rhythm. Morning energy comes back, evening fat storage ends. This is when most women notice the first real shift. What comes next? Before we go deeper, make sure you subscribe. In upcoming videos, we'll cover exactly what to eat during your day, how to handle family dinners and social events, and what to do if you're on medications. Hit that subscribe button. Most advice about weight loss focuses on what I just explained, insulin and cortisol. Those matter tremendously, but there's a third hormone that decides whether you keep your muscle or lose it. A hormone that jumps when you fast. This one changes everything for women at this stage of life. Growth hormone. Right now, you make about 80% less than you did at 20. That's why muscle is harder to keep, why your metabolism slowed down. But when you fast for 14 hours overnight, growth hormone surges. 3 to 5 times higher than normal. Your body protects muscle while burning fat. This is completely different from just cutting calories. When you diet without fasting, you lose muscle along with fat. Your metabolism crashes. You gain weight back faster. But fasting keeps your muscle strong by flooding your system with growth hormone. Here's the important part. You need to eat enough during your eating window. Morning until 6 p.m., eat normal healthy amounts. Don't starve yourself, then fast overnight. The timing matters more than the total. You've seen how 3 hormones get back in balance. Now here's what happens inside your cells during week 2. Around day 10, your cells start doing something they haven't done properly in years. A cleaning process. Scientists call it autophagy. That just means your cells eat their own damaged parts. Old worn-out pieces get broken down, the materials get recycled into new healthy parts, like finally having time to clean out a messy garage. This isn't just about losing weight. This cleaning removes the junk that makes you age faster, damaged cell parts that create less energy, broken proteins that cause inflammation. When this happens every night, your cells start working, younger than your actual age. But this cleaning needs time. 12 hours isn't enough. Stopping at 6 p.m. gives you the 14 to 16 hours required. If you snack at 8 or 9 p.m., you never reach this point. Your cells stay cluttered. Aging speeds up instead of slowing down. Here's why that cellular cleaning matters for what you see on the scale. Week 1. On the scale, frustrates most women, the number barely moves. You think nothing's working. You consider giving up. But what if the scale is lying about what's really happening inside you? During week 1, hormones are resetting, your insulin sensitivity improves, cortisol normalizes, that cell cleaning activates. Your body is getting ready to burn fat, not doing it yet. Any weight you lose in week 1 is mostly water. Your body stores sugar with water attached. When stored sugar goes down, water leaves too. Real fat burning starts in week 2. Your system fully adapted to the overnight fasting. Now it smoothly switches between burning food during the day and burning stored fat at night. This flexibility is what you've been missing. By day 12, your body pulls energy from belly fat every night. The change is slow. You won't see dramatic differences daily, but over 2 weeks, it becomes clear. Measurements shrink. Pants feel looser, your face looks less puffy. Weighing yourself every day in week 1 just creates disappointment. You see water moving around, not fat leaving. Women who wait until day 14 to check see real change. Forget the scale for a moment. Here's what happens to your sleep that shows the deeper shift. You probably lose a couple hours of deep sleep compared to your 40s. Doctors blame age. You accepted it as normal. But what if late eating steals your sleep without you knowing? When you eat close to bedtime, digestion keeps going for hours. Your body temperature stays up, blood sugar bounces around. Your body can't drop into deep restful sleep. The hormone that makes you sleepy gets blocked. By day 7 of stopping at 6 p.m, digestion finishes hours before bed. Your temperature drops like it should. Sleep hormone flows freely. Deep sleep returns. Growth hormone spikes during that deep sleep, so you get double benefit. Fasting triggers growth hormone. Deep sleep makes it even stronger. One late meal messes up sleep immediately. Temperature stays high. You toss and turn. But here's the good news. Consistency beats perfection. If you eat late once, just go back to 6 p.m. the next day. Your sleep gets back on track within 2 days. But what about social pressure? Dinner invitations? Family meals that run late? Here's what most fasting advice never tells you. This isn't a rigid diet, it's a rhythm with room for life. You can handle late dinners without destroying progress. There's a way to keep social connection while keeping the benefits. Your body adapts to patterns, not perfect days. 5 days of 6 p.m. cutoffs build momentum. 2 flexible days don't. Erase that. Your insulin sensitivity stays improved. Cell cleaning still happens on fasting days. This works long-term because it's sustainable. Strict diets fail because they cut out real life. Fasting with flexibility works because it fits reality. Birthday dinners, anniversary meals, holidays, all fine in moderation. The trap is using flexibility as an excuse to quit completely. 1 late meal becomes 3 becomes every night. Your rhythm disappears. Successful women use 5-2. 5 days strict 6 p.m. 2 days flexible when needed. Your metabolism stays strong. Life stays enjoyable. Progress continues. Now that you know how to handle real life, here's what happens during week 3 when changes move from inside to outside. If this helps you, hit the like button. It helps other women discover this. And comment below. Will you try the 6 p.m. cutoff? What's your biggest challenge with late night eating? I read every comment. You'd think stopping food would mean constant hunger and low energy. But women who reach week 3 describe the opposite. Steady energy all day. Clear thinking. Unexpected calm. How does eating less often create more energy? Your blood sugar steadied out weeks ago. You're not on that spike crash roller coaster anymore. No afternoon energy crash. No brain fog after lunch. Your cells run on steady fuel. Fat when you're fasting. Food when you're eating. Energy stays constant instead of chaotic. This shows something important about how we eat now. We don't actually need food every 2 hours. Constant eating makes energy unstable by constantly spiking blood sugar. Fasting creates the stability we were searching for through eating. Some women feel tired in week 1 or 2. This happens when they're not eating enough during their window. The fix isn't quitting. It's eating more good food from morning to 6 p.m. Once you're eating enough calories in your window, energy jumps. Brain fog clears. Sharpness returns. This usually clicks by day 15 to 18. Here's where change moves from what you feel inside to what you see in the mirror. By day 20, something shifts when you look at yourself. Not just the scale, your face looks different. Less puffy, more shape. Your waist shows curves you haven't seen in years. What causes this? High insulin creates swelling throughout your body. Your tissues hold extra water, your face looks puffy, your middle feels bloated. But after 20 days of low insulin overnight, swelling drops significantly. Tissues release trapped water. Your actual structure shows through. This isn't just about looking better. Chronic swelling causes heart disease, diabetes, memory problems. Reducing swelling through fasting protects against disease while improving how you look. You're getting healthier and looking better at the same time. Some women see these changes by day 15, others take until day 25. Your timeline is your own. Genetics matter. How insulin resistant you started matters. Stress matters. But the shift happens for everyone who stays consistent. Week 3 is when most women cross that visible line. Pants fit noticeably looser. Tape measure shows change. People start commenting. The outside changes feel good. But here's what's happening to your organs that you can't see. Your liver does 500 things every second. Cleans toxins, makes proteins, stores energy. Liver health determines metabolic health. Right now, after years of processing everything, your liver has some stress. fat built up inside liver cells. This affects 40% of women over 60. Most don't know it. When you stop eating by 6 p.m., your liver gets long rest every night. Instead of constant processing, it shifts to deep repair. Stored liver fat drops 15 to 20% in 30 days. Everything works better, swelling decreases. Studies show liver health improves within just 2 weeks of eating earlier. Late-night eating forces your liver to process food instead of fixing itself. Damage builds up. The 6 p.m. cutoff reverses this. You've seen what happens to your liver. Now here's the change in your fat cells that makes keeping weight off easier. Most women lose weight, then immediately gain it back. The cycle feels endless. But what if that bounce back has nothing to do with willpower? What if it's about a hormone in your fat cells that regular diets ignore? Leptin. Your fat cells make this to signal fullness. When it works right, you naturally eat appropriate amounts. You feel satisfied, but constant dieting breaks leptin. Your brain stops hearing the fullness message, so you overeat without realizing it. Fasting fixes leptin in ways cutting calories doesn't. By day 25, your brain starts hearing leptin signals again. You feel satisfied with normal portions. Cravings drop. The urge to overeat fades. This is why women who just cut calories gain weight back. Leptin stays broken. Hunger never goes away. But fasting repairs the signal. By 30 days, your appetite control works better than it has in years. This makes staying at your goal weight sustainable. You're not fighting hunger all the time. Your body helps you stay lean. This is the point where many women wonder something important. What happens if you stop at day 29? Before we talk about day 30, subscribe so you catch our next videos. We're covering the exact foods that work best during your eating window, how to adjust this if you have health conditions, and common mistakes women make. Hit subscribe now. Day 30 isn't the end. It's a checkpoint. The changes you built are real, but they're not permanent yet. Stop too soon and here's what happens. The progress you worked for reverses faster than it came. 30 days creates change, but not lasting change. Your insulin works better, your cortisol normalized, cell cleaning happens nightly, but these need maintenance. They're not locked in yet. Women who stop at 30 days see benefits. Reverse within 2 weeks. Insulin sensitivity drops back down. Cortisol patterns slip. Cell cleaning stops. Fat starts coming back. 30 days proves it works. 90 days makes it stick. 6 months creates transformation that lasts. Treating this like a temporary diet means you hit day 30, celebrate, then go back to old patterns. Late dinners, constant snacking. Within a month, you're back where you started. Women who see this as a permanent rhythm keep benefits forever. The 6 p.m. cutoff becomes automatic, not a restriction, a preference. Your body feels better with the overnight fast. You don't want to go back. Women who keep the 6 p.m. cutoff for 6 months describe thinking about food completely differently. Not just eating differently, actually thinking differently. What brain change creates this? Your brain becomes more sensitive. Food gives you more satisfaction from less. Your brain also grows new connections. You literally rewire your relationship with eating. This is why fasting works when diets fail. Diets create feeling deprived. You think about food constantly. Cravings get worse, but fasting creates feeling free. You're not depriving yourself, you're timing yourself. The mental struggle disappears. Food becomes fuel, not comfort. Some women use the 6 p.m. cutoff as permission to eat junk all day. They keep hormonal benefits but miss nutrition benefits. The best approach combines both. Good whole foods from morning to 6 p.m., then clean fasting overnight. Both parts matter. Here's what actual research shows about women over 60 doing this. A big study followed women over 60 who ate within a 10-hour window. Researchers found it improved health markers even without changing what they ate, just changing when. Insulin sensitivity went up 20 to 30%. Swelling markers dropped. Sleep quality improved. This proves the 6 p.m. cutoff works through timing, not deprivation. You don't need to count every calorie. You don't need to ban. Food groups. When matters more than what? About 15% of women feel low energy that doesn't go away. They might need to adjust their window. Some do better with 7 p.m. instead of 6. Some need a slightly longer eating window. The basic idea stays the same. Stop eating hours before bed. Give your body long overnight rest, but exact timing might need personalizing based on how your body responds. Here's what science finally reveals about stubborn fat after 60. This sounds backwards, but it's proven by research. The less you stress about food, the better your results. The more you trust your body's timing, the faster fat leaves. How? Stress raises cortisol. Obsessing over every calorie creates the exact hormone environment that stops fat loss. Your worry defeats your effort. But when you simplify to one rule, stop eating at 6 p.m., stress goes away. Cortisol stays low. Fat burning works. At this stage, your body doesn't need complicated rules. It needs rhythm, consistency, trust. The 6 p.m. cutoff gives you that. You know exactly what to do. No decisions, no stress, just one simple boundary your hormones respect. The trap is overthinking, adding complicated rules, stressing about being perfect. The beauty here is simplicity. Eat normally morning to 6 p.m., stop at 6, fast until morning. Your body does the rest. Insulin drops, cortisol normalizes, cells clean themselves, fat burns, change happens. 30 days. One simple adjustment. Your hormones rebalanced, your cells unlocked stored fat, your body remembered how to burn instead of store. The science is clear. Women over 60 who stop eating after 6 p.m. see real improvements in how insulin works, stress hormone patterns, sleep quality, and body shape. But this isn't about 30 days. It's about discovering what your body can still do when you work with it instead of against it. Your metabolism isn't broken, it just speaks a different language now. This might be the translation you've been looking for. Your 60s aren't about giving up. They're about working smarter, about discovering your body still adapts remarkably well when you give it what it needs. Not suffering, not punishment, just rhythm, just respect for how things changed and wisdom that remains. If this helped you understand what's possible, share it with a friend who needs this. If you want more science-backed approaches for this stage of life, subscribe, comment below. Would you try 6 p.m. for 30 days? Your change might be one meal timing away.